Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday morning. I'm going to start doing this a little more often. I haven't done it in a while. Probably like I used to do story time. So to this morning, it would just hit me. I've been up maybe for like an hour or so. Had my little coffee and everything, watching a little news. But I want to talk about a lot of people that had may pass through Baltimore, Maryland, on Pulaski Highway. It always was a little single red brick house that sat there. And that house had a story of all its own. Okay? Um, I remember when I was a small child, and I remember when we traveled through. That house I always had my eyes stuck to that house because I was hearing my ancestors now was telling me about how it was a lady that lived there. She was a tarot reader, okay? She was a gypsy. And she had a client, a man that was very disturbed. Apparently, this man went in the consultation with her, and I guess he didn't like what she said. And he came back, and it was like early in the morning. He came back with an argument with this lady. I believe her name was Deborah, but she go by Myra. He then went and he assaulted her, he murdered her, and he decapitated her. Now, she had this Deborah was her name, went by Myra. She was a tarot card reader. She was a gypsy. She had three sons, okay? So she consulted to one of her sons of how she would feel uneasy about a certain client that, didn't had like bad vibes with. So she put that out there, okay? So when her sons came, and that's when he found his mother, okay, in the front, not too far from the front door, decapitated with her head less than 10 feet away from her body. So this man went to her for consultation. Okay, I believe this incident happened in 1994. Alrighty, she was married, and at the time she was married before, but her husband passed away. I believe in like 1961, around that time era. And so she lived there alone, okay? And everybody knew of her because she was there for decades, okay? But I believe this incident took place, this gruesome murder took place in 1994, alrighty? So, this man that did that, he went to her because he felt as though he was hexed by another certain types of people, okay? And he went to her for consultation, like I mentioned before. But I guess he didn't like what she had to say, so he was already very mentally disturbed. But I want to tell you, do you know that this man, they found him guilty? Okay, he was caught 2 hours later after the discovery of the body of Myra. Okay, he was found 2 hours later, and he only served 6 years in a mental hospital and was released to his mother. And I'm it really just sad because it's sad, for anyone to pass in any kind of matter, especially as violent as this. And you got to be careful. And it's important what I'm going to say. You got to be careful who you try to help. Okay? Because if you can go also and look online and read up more about this story, if I'm leaving out little parts and pieces of everything, but I'm going to put a little pictures and slides about this situation, the pictures in the house and everything. And a person, if you ever traveled through Maryland, everybody know about the folktale of this situation about the house on Pulaski Highway, But you got to be careful of who you try to help. Okay, and this could be with anything in life. This could be not even about a situation like being a tarot card reader, being a palm reader, or whatever. This could be a situation with people you think is cool with you, where they turn around and stab you in your back. Okay, when you try to give a helping hand to certain people, and they turn around and betray you in the worst way. And in this situation, when she was trying to help this deranged man, okay, he thought that Jamaicans put hexes on him. He just was all over the place. The man was he was crazy. Okay? And he might have been. You know what I mean? Because there's always two sides to everything. He might have been hexed. You feel what I'm saying? But he took the rage out on her. Where I would feel was though that she might be giving him clarity on certain things, and he didn't like what she had said and took revenge back out on her. But let's go back and say, like I was saying, you gotta be careful when you try to help certain people. Okay? Because they'll turn around and use that against you. Come against you to discredit your name. Talk about you like you're nothing. Even if when you help these people, you gave, it was a helping hand. They turn around and turn on you like you the enemy. Okay? So be mindful of people, places, and things that's out to benefit off of your character or who you are and not giving you your props when needed. Y'all stay tuned. Hit down this in the comment section on what you think. Namaste.